Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. Guys, we are back this month for the end of the year for the last 5 under 5 challenge, guys. As you saw in my thumbnail, these items, we're going to be making some ornaments, guys, using some um, wood pieces I picked up at Hobby Lobby. This beautiful paper I got from my sweet friend Brandy over at TDS Designs, the DIY Struggle. She is the decoupage queen, guys. I've used this paper in a couple of my other videos, so I know you guys are going to love it. So we are back with Emily from Farm Charm Chic. Her guest host this month is Aurea from DIY with Aurea. I will have their information and links in my description box below, as well as the playlist, guys. Also, if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Note those comments are always desired and never ever required. Let's go ahead and jump into the first ornament, guys. So this theme this month is ornaments. So we are creating 5 ornaments under $5. And guys, this actually came in way under, I think it came in like at $1.70 or something like that. I have to go back and do the math, but I think because the pack that I saw, this is actually my first time seeing these hanging pieces from Hobby Lobby, and they were $6.49 for 6, and I only used 5. I got it for 40% off, and the paper was a gift, and then the little additives or little extras or embellishments that I add to this, the stuff I had in my stash, and it was kind of bulk, not bulk, but it was like, it wasn't just like one individual piece. So this, guys, came well under $2 for all 5 of the ornaments, and they're all vintage. I wanted to go vintage, rustic chic, if you will, and I just loved every one of these. They're so they almost have that primitive vintage vibe going, and look how stunning. And I am in love, guys. This is like my 3rd time using the DIY Struggle Brandy's paper that she designed, and I love this. I will also have her information in my description box as well. If you want to go to her website, that large sheet, I think it was like, it's less than $9 if I'm not mistaken, and you get so many pieces, and it's huge. And I'm sorry I don't know the measurements, but I know the thing is like huge. Okay, and I still haven't used it all. She sent me 2 full sheets, and I'm like, I still haven't used it all. But I love the texture. I love the feel of this paper. And I love using it against natural wood. I'm coming to realize that I have stained some wood pieces, I think like light stains, if I'm not mistaken. But for the most part, I love using it on natural wood because it just goes on so beautifully, and it doesn't look like paper. So one thing that I like to do, guys, with my decoupaging is I do like to burn away the excess. I try to rip away as much as I can, and in this case I was trying to be very careful, so I sand away some of the paper because I wanted to keep as much of it as I can, because on some of the other ornaments coming up later, you will see how I take some of those scrap pieces and put them together to cover up that ornament. Now, the colors I'm using here, this is Apple Red by Folk Art. And that came in a box that I had won a little contest with Plaid. And they gave me all kind of goodies up in that box too. It was like 15 paints, some brushes, different types of Mod Podge, some wood pieces. Like, I was so happy. Like, it was right up there with the woodpecker box. But I absolutely love these. And these 2 ornaments, the first ones are both Santas on their sleigh with the reindeer, and I think it's just gorgeous. I do slow it down so you guys can get a little bit of a glimpse of it. I think if not, you guys will see it up close and personal in the final reveal. And I'm just using my finger sander here, guys. Like I said, I'm moving a lot of that excess because I'm trying to keep it neat. In her paper, when you file it up, it doesn't shred or anything. And I really, 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 really love that about the paper. Sorry, I'm out of frame right there, but the first two ornaments, they're pretty much the same color, but the pictures are slightly different. And I was on the fence about using this apple red, but it tied in with the flower that's on this paper. And yeah, I think it's super, super pretty. And I basically do the same technique for both of those, as well as the third one coming up. But I am using different embellishments on here. So again, this is stuff I pulled from my stash. And each one's just gonna have a different theme. I had these like vintage pieces like keys and hearts and clocks and things, and I've had this for years and I don't use a lot of it, but I'm going to use that on one of the ornaments. This first one I'm using like all natural wood pieces. So I have these like they're like portrait protectors, but they're wooden. That's the only way I could think of. The little corner thingies, I can't think of what they're called, but like they're like the picture protectors. That's the only thing I can think of to call them right now. But I thought they would look very, very nice here. I think they tie in very well with the picture, especially adding to that vintage, almost Victorian vibe. Not quite 100%, but I do get that vibe from this particular ornament. Now I have this unfinished wood flake, snowflake that I had used on another project, and I took it off of there. It had a pearl in the middle of it, and again, I wanted to keep the natural wood color here to match part of that paper. So I really like this. Very simplistic, but yet it still captured that rustic vintage charm. So let me know, guys, if you like it or if you don't. I know I'm moving a little bit fast, but I just have to get through these because it was a lot of little things to do. So I was trying to keep it to where, try to keep it a little interesting for you guys, to not bore you with so much stuff, but more so because I pretty much used the same technique for the first three. Like I was trying to just bring it more together so you guys can kind of see the different embellishments I chose to use on there to keep them different. Here I'm using some paper flowers again. I'm going in with now some gold. We're going to just call them picture protectors. I know that's not what they're called. I just cannot think of it, guys. I'm so sorry. Like my brain, I'm telling y'all, when it comes to doing these voiceovers, my brain goes left, y'all. It goes left. All right. So, but what I'm doing, these were a little larger than I wanted. So I am cutting them down just to bring them down to size, but I wanted that gold to just really pop against that red, and because the paper flower has a little bit of gold in it as well, and I really like that. So again, I wanted to, although these look very similar, the first two, I wanted to get the embellishments to create the difference between them. So I hope you guys get that vibe. So you have to let me know if you're really getting it, okay? And while you guys watch me do that, because it's pretty much the same as the other one, I gotta tell y'all, this weekend, my son played in a basketball game and a few cities over, right? So it was near my old job where I used to work, and I totally forgot about the Dollar Tree that was over there, right? So we get over there. The game didn't start right away. I'm like, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go run to this Dollar Tree, and guys, I picked up some goodies. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share them with you guys. But I was super excited. Some I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna hold off until Valentine's Day. So I'm really excited about that. But I was excited. I was not expecting to really, find too much there. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know. But I did. I came up with some good stuff, guys. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But okay, on this one, so we're going in with, I want to say this was, oh my goodness. I can't think of what it was. It was wineberry, I think. Or berry, yeah, I think it's wineberry. Um, and I think it's by Folk Artist Wall, if I'm not mistaken. And so this one is a little bit darker. Again, from TDS Designs. Okay, her paper. Brandy is killing the game with this paper. I'm using a little rub and buff because I feel like that matched very well with this colored paint. And I love this. I have to say, I think this one is probably my favorite of today because it captured all of the vintage charm I was going after. And I really, really enjoyed making this particular one. Although the technique is pretty much the same, I do tend to like this one more. However, the last two I like as well because they're very unique. So I can't wait for you guys to see those. It's unique for me. Okay, I don't know if somebody else did it, but it's unique for me. And I really, really, really like this. I really like them all today, as I always do. I have my ups and downs, but these were pretty fun and fairly easy to make. It was just, like I said, a lot of different little things that I had to do that I just didn't want to bore you with. But I tried to keep some things in that I thought you guys would like as well. And right here, what I'm doing is taking two of the vintage keys from my little stockpile there and adding them in. I am using some butcher's twine, and it matches very well with this particular picture. It's red and like natural colored jute. And I love this, guys. Like, I really, really like this. I think it's just, again, because of all the colors and how everything came together. And it just really captured the true vintage rustic charm I was going for. So I am having a little bit of an issue there with the tying of that string, is what you guys see me doing, trying to get a little knot there. But sometimes my fingers, guys, it doesn't always show on camera, but my fingers do tend to get a little crampy sometimes. So sometimes it's just really hard for me to tie knots. But I don't know why I left this in here. I try to normally not leave that in because I do have sometimes a little bit difficult time with getting my my fingers to do what they're supposed to do. But once I get it together, there it is. And I go in with one of the little hearts from that pile. And I just love this. I set it off to the side, as you guys can see. And it was so simple. I didn't do a whole lot to these, but I really love these. And the crazy thing is, I'm not even putting up a tree this year, just because I don't have the space in my little tiny apartment. But it's all right. I know God's going to bless me with larger space. I don't know if it's going to be in the form of a larger apartment or a home, which is what I'm praying for. So, say a little prayer for me that God blesses me with a house. But if He doesn't, I will be okay with that. He knows what's best for me. So next up, I have this pack that I also picked up from Hobby Lobby. It was two different sizes not size, but I'm calling them ornaments. It's called decor, but one says Joy and one says Mary. This is my first time seeing these at Hobby Lobby as well. And I don't know that, I'm sure they probably had them before, but a lot of times when I get to Hobby Lobby, I kind of get the scraps. But these two, or this was 50% off. So again, it was 4 in a pack for $2.99. And I got it for $1.49 and I only used 2 out of the pack. So again, well under $1. So I was like, wow, like I can't even believe I made these for less than $2. I feel like it's less than $2. But if you guys want to calculate other stuff, I'll even say less than three, because I literally, I didn't, I just everything I had in my stash, and I just added to this, you know. But what I'm doing here, so these are very thin laser cutouts, right? So they're very delicate, so you can't really handle them too aggressively. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do this. I thought her paper being on here would just look really, really pretty. And so I'm doing it. It's sped up here, but I am being very gentle with them. And I just take one of the sections of that paper and I apply it on, but I tear it away very carefully because I don't want to waste a lot of the paper. And I am, as you see there, like I'm putting it in sections. So I lay it down in the middle first, and then I just put it in sections throughout and just kind of match it up. And I was able to save a lot of the paper because I was like, you know what? I do have other little things that I can apply this to. And so I tried to preserve as much of the paper as I could, and I was pretty impressed. So I did this with one of the sections. In each section, give or take, is probably about a 5x8. Some of them are a little bit smaller, but for the most part, they're about approximately, guys, about 5x8. And so yeah, so that's what I'm doing here. I know it doesn't look like the word yet, but like I said, I trim this down once I get it all applied. I go in and you're gonna see, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but I take my X-Acto knife, I weed it out that way, and then I just use my fingernail files to clear out those, little tiny little piece, sections that you can't really get to. And I'm just really, really, really handling it delicately. I did have a few pieces that did crack, but I just added in a little hot glue to the backing of it, and that actually made it sturdy. And so I'm just going in again, just carving out those sections, that I need to get in and sand down. So that's what you see me doing here. So here I'm going in, tearing it, trying to be as gentle with it as I can. And then I go through and burn it. And I did burn this a lot on the back. But even if I wouldn't hang it like on a tree, you can always add these to presents as well. So I'll definitely probably be giving these away to someone, and I will finish off the backs to them. But I actually like the burn look on the back, so we'll see. I know I went a little out of shot there, guys. If I remember, I'm going to try to bring that back down so you guys can see. But again, you guys will see everything at the final reveal, so don't worry about it. Okay? But I really like it. You can see the Mary, you can see the joy. I do the same thing for the joy. I don't think I left it all in here. I just kind of, like, I didn't take you through the same technique of the joy because this one really did take a long time. I had to edit out a lot just because it was more delicate to work with. But I'm taking some more of that butcher's twine, tying it in a section where I think it will hang nicely. And even if you don't have a tree, like, you can just hang these like on your kitchen doorknobs and things like that, like your kitchen doorknobs, your cabinet doorknobs, or in the bathroom or something like that, where you have little tiny handles or knobs. and I think would be super cute. And I'm just taking some of these dark beads. I did get these from Dollar Tree some time ago, and I put a total of 5 beads. The top 2 I did a loop around. Again, this is where my fingers were doing what they wanted to do, and I couldn't line the string up right, guys. So, but I ended up getting it together. It just was me, just I have to slow down sometimes just to make it work. work. But I got it to come together, and I again wanted to just create like this little bitty loop at the top, just as the hanger piece of it, and then I add in one of those faux little embellishment stickers to this, and it came out so super delicate and cute, guys. I secure that knot with some hot glue, and not a lot, just a little dab of hot glue, and that's pretty much it. I cut it down, and guys, I really like the way these came out. Like, they're so cute, and they almost they remind me of like keychains almost. That's what they I don't know, but I thought they were so pretty, and I know my camera's not doing it justice, but I really like these. I did slow this one down, I think, so you guys could take a quick glance at it. But yes, and I love the paper on here. I think this really looks painted on, and I don't know, I thought it was something different, something cute for me. But here is our final reveal, guys. Each one with their own personality. Just let me know if you guys like them, or if you didn't, or would you recreate them? Let me know. It's very simple, very easy to do, guys. Like, I mean, super easy. Even if you don't have this paper, you could totally do this with napkins, gift wrapping, tissue paper. You could do it with that as well. If you have like photos or things, you could do it with photos. Like, it's so many options here. Cardstock. I could totally see that working here as well. So let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this, if it's something you would recreate, because honey, let me tell you, it is so affordable to do, and you can make like a million of these and gift them to people, or again, design them for your Christmas decorated space, guys. So yeah, so you gotta let me know if you had a favorite. And also, guys, don't forget to check out the hosts and co-hosts today, Emily and Aurea, as well as that fabulous playlist, because honey, let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. It's always good talent here. I really enjoy doing this monthly playlist, so definitely check them out. Stop by, tell them I said hello. And if you haven't already done so, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting, because you guys know how much I love to chat with you after each video. So hugs and kisses, lovey. Until the next video.